You see that? Sitting outside. Oh. You guys want to watch a video on space that Rogli sent me that's like 20 minutes long, but apparently it made him ejaculate? He's been telling me to watch it, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just watch it on stream. So let's watch this together. Thoughts? Space. What does space sound like? God, I hope none of this is fake.
The best marketing tagline in movie history might have been from the Ridley Scott film Alien. In space, no one can hear you scream.
That shit's pretty crazy.
That phrase is true. It has to do with how sound travels.
You don't have sound in space because...
This is my actual nightmare, and I'm not even joking. What movie was it? There was a space movie. I think it was Sandra Bullock.
Gravity.
No. It might have been the one with Sandra Bullock.
Gravity.
Elon Musk. Yeah, it was definitely Elon Musk.
Whoa. Gravity.
Is it Gravity? Is it Gravity? I think it's Gravity. I think it's called Gravity. Freaking out. Doesn't know what to do. Freaking out. Totally understandable about freaking out. I get it. I'd fucking... Nope. This? Nope. No. Anyway, that's it.
Not long after the Big Bang, the entire universe was a ball of hot plasma,
yes, 10
thick
trillion,
enough for sound to pass through.
Bro.
Shockwaves from the formation of the universe rippled through space, creating a cosmic rumble deeper than anything our ears could detect.
I wonder if like that would make your fucking like deeper than the ears can detect. Isn't that the kind of shit that just makes your body explode from like too much sound?
Are those actual sounds?
That's the scientific
decoded by
way of putting
researchers and pitched up to something we humans can hear. These are the first sounds ever created. But we should be grateful, because if sound did travel through space, we would all be bombarded by a constant deafening explosion. The roar of the sun.
Or hear me out, bro. Hear me out. We just got used to it, and it still exists, and it's happening now. The sun's so fucking scary.
And we live in a world of amazing sonic diversity.
God, Earth is so
the sandy deserts,
cool looking. Look at how cool the place is that we live.
The sound of the ocean, both on its surface and below.
What is sound? It's the vibrations of molecules in the air.
Have you guys ever seen what like sugar or salt, whatever, poured onto like a piece of metal while sound is being blasted at it does? How it creates shapes? Have you ever seen that shit?
To be clear, you'd pretty much die instantly everywhere but here.
Oh, cool.
But we're gonna pretend to have superhuman powers that will keep us alive. So with that disclaimer out of the way, let's start closest to the sun. With its near vacuum surface conditions, it might seem like Mercury would be completely devoid of sound. But it's there. Not in the air, but in the rocks. Scientists have found evidence that the planet is seismically active.
Jesus.
So if you put your ear against the ground, you might catch the sound of something strange. A mercury quake.
Because you have this really dense atmosphere, much denser than Earth's, the sound would tend toward what things sound like when you're underwater.
That's kind of cool.
If you were to just materialize in that environment of 900 degrees Fahrenheit and 100 times our atmospheric pressure, you would first be crushed, and then you would probably just burn up completely.
Took a picture of Venus before?
In the early 80s, the Soviet lander Venera 14 successfully
The Venus part fucks. Oh, this is the picture.
landed on the surface. It survived for nearly an hour before shutting down. And during that time, it picked up these eerie sounds of the Venusian winds.
Oh, that's cool. Anytime that there's something on space like the Mars rover, think about what you're hearing, bro. Those aren't sounds you'll ever hear or see. This, what you're seeing, that's a different planet, bro. That's a different planet. Or it's fake, but it's not. But like, what is that? Like, think about what you're looking at. That is something not here.
What would my voice sound like?
The denser atmosphere would tend to lower the pitch, but the hotter air would act to increase the speed of sound, making my voice sound higher. It's a strange scene to imagine.
That's fucking crazy. If that's like exactly how that works, and this isn't just some blown out of proportion video, that's fucking cool, dude.
Sound on Mars is going to kind of be the opposite direction of Venus.
The wind speed can get very high as hurricane force at the surface sometimes. So imagine 100-mile-per-hour wind on Earth, you'd be almost blown off your feet.
Imagine we go to Mars, the first people land on Mars, and a tornado that is blowing around like a hurricane kills them. We don't know the weather. We don't know what's coming. We can barely predict Earth.
If you were standing on the surface there in Mars, you'd feel it, but it would feel like a gentle breeze here on the surface of Earth.
Whoa.
You wouldn't.
Whoa, that's cool. Okay, so maybe it's okay.
After
True.
sending robots for decades, we finally received the first real audio from the surface of Mars, recorded by the Perseverance rover in 2021.
I don't know if it's Perseverance that does this, but one of the rovers on Mars every birthday or every year sings happy birthday to itself. And it was the saddest thing I've ever read. It's so fucking sad. It sings happy birthday to itself every year by itself on Mars.
These are the sounds of the Martian winds and the clunk of the rover's wheels over the planet's surface.
This is pretty fucking cool, dude. Again, this is like an animated version of it, but this is real. We have an actual fucking machine, had multiple machines on a completely different floating rock. That is fucking mind-boggling, bro.
If our voices don't carry far, how about a piano?
The first person to play a piano on Mars will literally be the coolest fucking... I hope to God they eventually send a piano or build one over there. And it looks just like this. They just put a piano out in the middle of a fucking... Oh, that's so cool.
In the faint Martian air, it would sound like something you might hear in a dream.
That's fucking cool, dude.
Let's continue on to the outer
That's
gas
cool
giants.
Damn, that's a big bitch.
Jupiter doesn't have a solid surface.
So that part scares me. Jupiter doesn't have a solid surface. So if an asteroid hit it, would the asteroid, if it didn't burn up, just go right through it?
The whole planet is made up of gas that gets denser and denser the deeper you go, eventually becoming a liquid.
Oh, that's a cool fucking shot.
You have these super powerful lightning bolts. Where you'd hear echoes of echoes of echoes just back and forth.
So what about the rest of the outer planets?
When I learned when I was younger that these rings are just rocks, billions and billions and billions of rocks, it's just mind-boggling. This planet's so fucking cool, dude.
From inside the raging storms of Saturn to the frigid methane clouds of Uranus.
Uranus.
To the murky depths of Neptune.
But what about our old friend
seeing.
Pluto?
It is probably the thinnest bound atmosphere that we know. But
We're
it
sorry.
also looks really complex. I mean, it's got layers. It's pretty different.
This fucking video is rad.
There's one more world worth a listen. Not a planet, but a moon. Saturn's moon Titan is the only one we know of with a true atmosphere. If you were standing on its surface, the soundscape might be eerily familiar. You might hear the sound of flowing liquid methane.
I don't even care if it was like, oh, it's the end of days. I have always wanted to see a planet. Like the first time I saw an edit like this, where a planet was sitting within view, like, yes, you see the moon, but you get used to that. I'm talking like you just walk out one day and you see that sitting out. Oh.
When you think of space, it's mostly space, where there's no medium to transmit sound. Light fills the universe.
It is fucking terrifying to me that if you just look at space through different light waves, light forms, whatever the fuck, you see shit like this. What? Obviously at long exposures, but what?
We think of Earth as special because it can support life. But it goes much further than that. It's one of the true places in the universe where sound is abundant. And all of that sound has impacted life on an evolutionary level.
If you look at life on Earth, being able to hear something seems to be a very big advantage, biologically, right? Because you can become aware of either predators or prey or food sources. So alien life in the universe would probably have an advantage to hear things also. In whatever planet or ocean or atmosphere they live.
Never thought about that. Aliens come to Earth, right? What's their planet sound like? What happens when they get here? What if the noises that they make on their planet actually sounds like English, but then when they come here and they make the sounds, it sounds like the fucking that we hear. And then what if we went to their planet and we were just speaking English, but in their ears it sounded like thoughts? Are you high? No. Tell me I'm wrong with everything that you were just taught here. Tell me I'm wrong.
Aliens would probably perceive sound in a totally different way.
Tell me I'm fucking wrong.
A way that's in tune with their own environment.
Tell me I'm wrong. I'm so smart. I'm so fucking
Hear
smart. I'm so smart.
completely different frequencies.
Oh, weird how I just said that.
Sound as we understand it
Tell me I'm wrong.
is so unbelievably rare.
I'm so fucking smart.
Yet, it's abundant right here, within this thin blanket of atmosphere.
This fucking video is awesome.
But if we travel straight up, it goes away very quickly. It gets quieter and quieter until it's gone.
You know what they would hear from all the way up there?
Oopsie whoopsie. Ooh, we made a fucky wucky.
Tell me I'm wrong. What a great fucking video. I had a lot of fun watching that. It was fucking awesome. Yeah, I get it. Now, can I watch that stuff like this more? Probably not. I feel like I get DMCA'd real fast, but